Peace, 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 love, prosperity, abundance, self-love, self-care, wisdom, knowledge, patient understanding, understanding, all the four corners of your standing. I don't know where you're gonna watch me from. I don't know what time you're gonna come across this video. On that note, I'm gonna take my time to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, shalom, aloha, mi hao, salam alaikum, and grand rising and grand rising and grand rising, the real rising to the top. Family, how y'all doing? This video that I'm about to record, or this message that I'm about to share with y'all, this is the third time I've recorded this message. The first time I recorded it, I posted it. I had it in private. I didn't make it public, so y'all didn't see it. And then I kind of got scared, so I deleted it. And then I recorded it again. Got scared, deleted it. So this is gonna be the third time I'm recording this, and this time around, I gotta break out of it, break out of this fear, and put the message out there. If one person gets the message, if the message resonates with one person, just one, I know I have accomplished something, I have achieved something. Now what I want y'all to understand is that some of us have the ability to sense, to feel, to see stuff and get messages or download, and sometimes it's tough when you gotta sit in front of a camera, and even though my platform isn't big, still you got people watching. It could be 2, 3, 5, 10, 50, 100, 200 people. You still, sending message, and it's tough. Sometimes it's so hard to convey the message to the public because I'm still a human being. Okay? This message is coming from your creator, the real you inside of you. And when you try to convey that message in a human form, or to break it down so that the average person can understand and understand, it's tough. It's very tough. The backlash, that's what I was scared of. But what do I have to lose anyway? So I'm just gonna put the message out there. Some of us going through the spiritual journey, right? This is for my own. I have to use me so y'all can understand, and I could relate. You're gonna get to a level. You're gonna reach a level or a certain stage where a part of you is telling you keep going, and then another part of you keep looking back. And in religion, they would say this is a worldly world, right? So like it's more like God is calling you. God is calling you, your ancestors, the universe is calling you. And then the worldly stuff is also, because you human, you attached to it. We are learning to detach from that behavior, same kind of lifestyle, right? So as a 30-something years old, family wants you to get married, have more kids, do this, do that. And there's something within you that keep telling you keep going. Keep going, keep going. So I am talking to a gentleman, right? And 2 years ago, I got this message, and I just find it so hard to explain it to people. I'm very misunderstood. A lot of people misunderstood things that I say, and it's like, that's not what I mean. If you ask me, I can break it down. So 2 years ago, the message came like the love that I am looking for. I'm using me again. The love that I'm looking for outside of me is inside of me. And it was so hard for me to accept it. It's so hard for me to take that message, to swallow that pill. I didn't want to. When you go on social media, you see weddings and couples and them happy life, and some part of you is yearning for that, but the God in you is telling you keep going. All these things that you are seeing are distractions. They are tests. They're not real. They're fake. Keep going. Go through the door. Go through the steps. The next chapter, just keep going. There's something that waits you. Something that waits you. Keep going. But then society is, your mind, because let's say your mind is divided into two, which is the feminine and the masculine, right? So example, like the feminine side is telling you go, and then the masculine side is telling you nah, you need me. And so I know some of you have heard this phrase or terms like You will die alone. You know, me being a female, when men ask me out and I'm not interested in them, you hear stuff like that on social media. You come across videos like that. Oh, you're gonna die alone. You're gonna get yourself some cats, some dogs. And I'm here to tell you this. And these are things that I'm going through in my head. And I said, you know, the messages coming, and I'm really trying. I'm using myself so y'all could relate to this. So I said, I will die alone. The journey of death is a one person's journey. I'm 30-some years old. I ain't never heard somebody dying and then you hear the partner come in and say, hey, hold on, let me escort you. You know, escort. In Ghana we say escort. Let me escort you to the gate of death. You know, so I'm going to die with you. When you get to the gate of death, I'll turn back and come back to life, into reality. It never happens. Just like you came from the womb alone, you're going to go alone, right? So they say stuff like that, like this, to put that fear in you. So like the God is calling you, don't pay attention to that. Keep going. And then you hear these things in your ear. You're going to die alone. You're going to just get some pets. You're going to get that. You need a man. I'm a woman, so that's how you need a man. Maybe if you're a man, you need a woman. You know, you are this age, you need to get married, you need to have kids. So all of this distraction in my head is just done. So I sat there and I'm like, okay, I take care of myself. I'm an adult, I'm independent, I take care of myself. What do I need a man for right now? This is my experience, okay? I grew up hearing provide and protect, provide and protect. So I'm sitting here asking myself all these questions. What do I need a man for? Besides, you know, having a baby. Probably share responsibility. Like, you know, maybe you share the rent, the bills with. But I'm doing that on my own. So I kept asking, what do I need a man for? What do I need a man for? Provide and protect, provide and protect. And I just went back and my whole life, it has been my mama. She's my spirit guide. This lady right here, she's the one that has been providing and protecting for me my whole life. My 15 years of living in Africa, it has been this lady. I was in the marching band in school. You know, I used to march. I didn't play the drum, but I was, you know, march. And sometimes when it's Independence Day in Ghana, you know, a lot of schools will march in the neighborhood, you know, the community. And, you know, when you get to your neighborhood, you everybody want to see their family. You want to see your dad, your mom waving at you, cheering you on. And every time I'm marching, I'm in my head, I'm like, I can't wait to get to my block. I can't wait to get to my block. I can't wait to get to my block. And as soon as we get to my block, who I see? This lady, this woman. Cheering me on. Go, princess. That's my granddaughter. You know, African girl. That's my granddaughter. Hey, go, go, go. And you see my big head. I'll be marching. Boom, 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 boom. Marching. I'll be so happy. Me and my little brother got into a fight. He threw a rock on my head. I still have this scar. I got admitted to the hospital. They had a drip on me. Who was there? It was my grandmother, my mama. Parent teacher me in is mama. When I'm hungry, it's mama. When I'm sick, it's mama. So now all this is playing in my head, and I'm like, this whole time, my provider and my protector has always been a woman. I have a father. You know, my dad was a truck driver. He's never home. He will be gone for like 2 months. You don't see him. And he had other kids. He had a lot of kids. When I was there in Ghana with him, he had 11 kids. 11 kids, different states. So your dad comes home from you know, trucking, whatever you call it. And, you know, when he's around, he was okay. But most of the time, he abused my mom. So all of this is going through my head, and I'm like, is this what I'm yearning for? I want a man. I want a man. Is this what I'm yearning for? All I saw growing up was my mama picking up after a man. You know, get home from work, take your shirt, throw it somewhere. Mama pick it up. Mama is cleaning. Mama is cooking. It has always been mama, 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 mama. The provider and the protector has always been mama. And I know some of y'all watching this video, y'all could testify. Some of you watching this video, some of the men watching this video, you working like 80 hours a week. Maybe you got 2 jobs. You are never home. When you get home, you tired, take your clothes off, and your wife got to clean after you, cook and make sure the kids, the homework, everything is the woman. It has always been the woman. So all this is playing in my head. And then it goes down, go back to I'm talking to somebody, right? So this person want me to be their person, like, want to get settled down, get married to me and all of that. So the last time we spoke, this person asked me, why don't you want to be my girlfriend? And I asked him, I said, what is it there? You want me to marry you, be your girlfriend, marry you. Besides, having kids, giving me a baby, what exactly are you going to do for me? And he said he's going to provide and protect. And I said, what are you providing? Is it because you're paying the rent? What are you protecting? Because from what I know, when things go down, we call the cops. We call the cops. They come in and we leave everything to them. So what exactly are you protecting? And he asked me what I want. I said, I want love. Can you love me? If I'm confined in bed, in a wheelchair, you're going to be there to love me. Can I talk to you intellectually? Can we have communication? Can I rely on you and know that this person got me? You want to know what he told me? He said, well, God created women, and God put love in women. God put love. So God put the energy of love in women. So women are created with love. Men don't got love. So when he said that, what do you mean? He said, all the love that you have within you, God created a man to come in and take it. When he said that, and I saw that, and I'm like, looking back at all my relationships, and even the way I grew up and my friends, and it's the environment. It has always been the man coming and he takes. He comes in and he takes. As long as he's providing you a place to put your head, to him, that's love. So I asked him, so that means men do not love women? Because I got to the point where it was just being, I didn't want to accept it. I said, so men don't love women. Men just deal with us because they want some cat. They want some pussy cat, and they want somebody to be at home because they don't want to be alone. They want somebody to cook and clean and just cater for them. Basically, they just need a mate. Because you just sat here and told me that men are not created to love. Women have the love. And that's why when our men cheat on us, we still take them back. And then when we cheat on them, they leave. You see how God, it's like a puzzle and everything is working. These men are really telling us, like, you don't have to deal with us because we don't really want to deal with you. That's why when you cheat, we out. When they cheat, we take it. So he told me that God put the love in women. God created men to come in and take the love. And I sat there and I said, so if you can't love me, then what's the point of me being with you? Yeah, you're going to rent, you're going to provide a place for me to put my head, right? I'm doing that right now because as an adult, as an independent adult, that's what adulthood is be dependent on yourself. And he said, well, sometimes men like women that don't have jobs, women that can depend on them to make them feel needed. And then it made sense the reason why a lot of independent, successful women are single, because all the men bring to the table is provide and protect. So when they come to you and you're already providing for yourself, they don't know what else to bring to the table. So all this is playing in my head, and it's like God is just revealing things to me. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, it has always been a woman. It has always been a woman. I grew up around men. I have seen it. You have seen it if you're going to be real with yourself. Sometimes mama is busy cooking. Mama barely even sit on the table to eat with us. Dad is gone. He gets home tired, sleep, eat a little bit, sleep and go. Everything is mom. So my question is, besides provide and protect, what What does a man bring to the table? What do you bring? What do you give women? And then it made sense when he told me that God created women to love and for men to come take it. It all made sense. It all made sense. I'll be playing music outside. It all makes sense why a man will marry you and still go out there and cheat on you. That is because you got the name, you got the ring, but you don't got the heart. The heart is still out there that they're searching. They will marry you, give you the ring because that's what you want. You want to go show your girlfriend that you married, so they will give it to you. But their heart will never be at home. That's why they always cheating. I'm telling you right now, a lot of married men always ask me out, and I ask them, why are you married and still looking for something outside? If your wife don't make you happy, why don't you leave? And these men will tell me because they don't want to be alone. It's easier to keep them than to get divorced. That's what this is what they tell me. A lot of married men. So all of this is playing in my head. I said, wow. That's why these men cheat so much. That's why these men abuse us so much, because they don't have any love. The love is gone. So the question will come, are men capable of loving? Are men able to love women? Because I have gone through that. I want to be cared for. I want to be cared for. I want to go home. Get home from work and there's food on the table. I want that too. I want to get home and the kids' homework is done. I want that too. I want that person that's going to be there for me emotionally. I want that too. Spiritually care about the things you're doing to me, because if I'm married to you and you out there giving yourself up and you come home, you bringing me sexual transmitted demons, because what you lay with on the outside, when you bring it home and I lay with you, you bring it to the home. So all this thing is just going through my head, and this guy is talking to me and I'm like, it all makes sense why God keep telling me, go. Keep going. Don't let these things distract you. Keep going. There is something out there, something awaits you. Just keep going. I know a lot of women are going through this. A lot of women are going through this. You know, some women see men, when they see men, when a man asks them to marry them, they don't. Some women, they see free rent. They see security as, okay, he's gonna pay the rent, so I have a place to put my head. That's all they see. So now, in my head and in my experience, 30-something years of life, that is what I have succumbed to. That's what I have come to understand, that men are just there to give us roof over our head. So if you're a woman and you're already providing roof over your head, these men don't want you because they don't know what else to bring. When something is wrong with me right now, I call my best friend. I call my mom. I call mama. Everything is mama. Now, this is where the changes. I ain't going to sit there and say, hey, don't be with men. No, because I've been married before. That's not what I'm saying. The division, right? The battle, the fight is between the masculine and the feminine. Yeah? Society said a man is supposed to provide and protect, right? Okay. That isn't something that you're doing from your free will. It's something that you are being told to do. So when you come to me and you go, Princess, I want to marry you, maybe you live here, I'm going to buy a house and move you there. You're not doing it because you love me. You're doing it because society says a man is supposed to provide and protect. Because beyond that, you can't give me anything. There's nothing that you're giving me. So my question today is, do men love? Deep down my heart, I know there is 1%. This is my statistic. I made this up, so you don't have to go with it. There is 1% of men that truly, really love. When they love you to the core. And if you are a female and you happen to be, you happen to have a father that is part of the 1%. This is one of the examples. You will see this. Most men that are good, yeah, if they have daughters, they try to teach them how. I don't know if it maybe things about cars, things that are manly, yeah, things that the masculine energy does, like maybe change your car oil. They teach you how to drive. They teach you how to change the car tires. You know, things that you wouldn't call a man for. Let's say you stuck on the highway, your tires came off, and you know you call this dude, he's gonna feel like, yeah, she need me now. Now, if you want me to come get these tires, you're gonna have to give me some pussycat, right? But if your daddy teaches you how to do that, you wouldn't need a person for that. So, from what I've observed, most of the men that I know that are good, when they have daughters, they raise them. You see how most women babysit their sons and they raise their daughters? When there is a man, a good man, that father will raise the daughter, not babysit the daughter, because they know the games that most men play. So my question today is, do men really love women? Because I know that when you love somebody, when you truly love somebody, it goes beyond this physical. You care about the person's energy. And let me tell you something, women do it too. But I'm a woman, so I have to talk from a woman point of view. This is the reason why I don't think men really love women. Another case again, I was talking to another man, African man, which I'm so done with them, but for some reason they keep throwing them in my face. This gentleman asked me to marry him. I told him no, I wasn't ready, I was still going through divorce and I was legally married still. And I was going through a lot, so I said, nah, I ain't ready for marriage. 2 months after I said, no, I'm not ready for marriage, homie went back to Africa and came back with his wife. 2 months. You loved me so much that you was ready to wife me up. I said no. 2 months, he went to Africa and came with a wife. Now this is playing in my head. Did this man really love me? Another guy I was talking to that wanted to marry me. He talks about, princess, let me marry you, open you up. I'm lonely, and I know if I get married to you, when I get home from work, you're gonna be there. So now in my head, you want to marry me? You want to marry me because you're lonely. You want to marry me because when you get home from work, there's nobody in the house, and I'm gonna be there, so you could have somebody to talk to. Do you see where I'm coming from and how I have arrived at this answer that men do not love women? It has always been about them. It has always been about them. And I'm going through this experience, and God, the universe is showing me that the love you are looking for out there is not. It's within you. So do the work and keep going. Just go. Keep going. There's something that awaits you. 98% of my body, of my being, knows to keep going. Keep going for it. It's telling me, princess, keep going. But again, that little test, society, you are a woman, supposed to get married, have kids, do this, be a wife, that little 2%, 1%, that little mosquito making that it's dragging me down. And I know a lot of women, a lot of people are going through this. If you ever wonder, do men really love women? Do men even like women? I want you to know you're not the only person, because I have been there. And these are some of the reasons why I personally don't think men love men. They don't love us. They don't. They don't know. And I believe in inside of me that is the programming. Because outside this body we are all energy. All of us are. But I know it's the programming. We tell our women to close their legs, but we don't tell our men to close their legs. We don't tell our men that their manhood is their pride. So it's okay for me to be a good stay-at-home wife and faithful when he's out there. It's okay for him to be out there doing whatever he's doing, and then bring back those sexual demons to me, the ST, sexual transmitted diseases. I call it sexual transmitted demons. Instead of us telling men that they should think with their penis, which I don't believe they think with their penis. Men think with their head, because before the penis will jump up, something has to go through the brain, something has to go through the veins, the wiring inside of you to pump the blood there to get it up. So the whole idea of, men, they think with this, they think with this. No, they think with this. But we have told them to think with this. If you are a woman and you have a son, maybe the universe is giving you the opportunity to change the energy, to help change the frequency, how men are trained. There shouldn't be no reason why the only thing that a man sees in me when he look at me is a maid and a sex pleaser. I should be more than just a maid. I should be more than a sex object. I should be more than that. And me personally, a man should be more than just a provider, a person that gives me a place to put my head. A man should be more than that. That's why when a man start making money and he know that he can afford to provide shelter for his woman, and he know he's capable of providing the same shelter for 3-4 women, they are willing to go do that, because to them they have been programmed that love is providing shelter. Look at some of these celebrities. They can have 5 women because they know, I could buy you a house, and then they are good. But what happened to that emotional bond? What happened to that spiritual connection? That intellectual communication, that talk? What happens to that? You can't give me nothing besides just giving me a roof over my head. A lot of our parents, they stayed in marriages. That's why people say, back then our ancestors stayed, they stayed longer. It's because they didn't have any choice. They didn't work. They were home. The man was the one that was putting roof over their head. So they stayed no matter what. And this type of living has caused trauma for some of us, because some of us don't see our dad beat the living hell out of our moms. We don't see it. Some of us don't see mom wake up at 3 a.m. and be on her feet and cook and clean and just be a maid. Some of us grew up seeing that. Some of us saw our parents cry, and then when they see us, they wipe their face. And now we are going through that trauma, and we keep repeating the same cycle because everybody want to have that home. But sometimes that home is not healthy. When I see a man, I don't want to view you as, he's going to provide me a place to stay. I want to see you beyond that. So at this point in my life, do I hate men? No. I love men. I have uncles. My dad is a man. I have a son. It's up to you. Again, if you were a woman and you have a son, the universe is giving you a chance to change things. Program the child well, right? Don't tell them, like my son, when he's sad and he comes to me, like, Mommy, this happened and I felt so sad. And he cries, I let him cry. I hug him, I kiss him. I tell him he's the most handsome child in this world, the most beautiful wife. And I say things like that to him. So someday when he grow up and he meet a woman, he will not be shy to bring out his emotions. Women are begging men for emotional connection, and these men don't have it. Because our whole life we told them that all they're good for is just to provide. So he's out there working 3 jobs to bring the money, and you are home complaining because he's not there. There's nothing there. The only reason why you're with him because you got a place to put your head. If you know better and you have a son, please let's do better. Let's teach our children better. But through this journey that I'm experiencing, I'm going through, God is telling me that the end game is love, and that love is inside of you. I'm learning to go to the movies by myself. I'm learning to go on trips by myself. I'm learning to take myself on a date, go out and eat by myself. Because one thing that this journey have taught me, my exes, every people that I've met, the men, is that this journey is a one-way journey. It's a self journey, thyself, a journey of thyself. Even if you have a partner, they still can go with you, because just like you came from your mom alone, you're gonna go back alone. This is a journey that is self. Sometimes that God wanna remove certain distractions out of your life so you can see clear and keep going. There might be something better waiting for you, but because of this, test and distraction and society and then in social media and the things you see which ain't real, all of this play part and role in this journey that we are embarking on. So I'm still asking myself, besides, if I need a man right now, is to have a baby with you. But can you give me more than just a shelter? That's the question. And that's why I think in my heart, men cannot love. They don't know how to. And me being a woman that I've been blessed with a son, the love that I have in me, I'm going to put it inside of him. So someday he will grow up and give it to the next person, share it to the world. Are men capable of love? To me, I'll tell you no. That's from my experience. Can a man love a woman? No. Did I say all men? No. I believe that there's at least 1% that truly, truly, truly are a gift. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching. Some of us will have to experience self-love. We have to go through the self-love journey. And sometimes to get to that level, you will need people to come in and break you down, to let you know that the love that you are out there seeking, whatever it is that you are out there seeking, is inside of you. Thank you for watching. I don't hate men. I love men. I am talking to, but I just want to know that beyond this flesh, can I trust you? Can you be there? I don't want to see you as, oh, this is the man that's going to give me a place to put my head. I don't want to see you as that. I want to see you as me. Just I'm willing to put my all down for you. Are you willing to do that for me? Can you protect my heart? Can you protect my energy? Can you protect my health? Because whatever you go bring it from the outside, it affects me. So these are some of the examples, some of the things I have personally endured, experienced. That's why and then for men telling me that God didn't put love in them, but God put it in women. It all makes sense why my mama left and she still became my guide. She was my mother on this planet, this earth. July 22nd was her 6 years. It's been 6 years she became my angel. She has been my mother, my father, my best friend, my wife, my husband, my everything. And on the other side, she became my angel. So looking around, it has always been mama. It has always been a woman. Thank you for watching. I love you. Are men able to love women? If you're a man and you're watching this, Don't feel I'm not coming for you. You might be part of the 1%, but I truly want to know. Thank you. One love. Give yourself a hug.